be a mic on this particular stream. But it's picking up a mic for some reason.
Just protein drink. I'm gonna knock out real quick.
What flavor you got there? Asian cum. Wow, killed it. Just so the Twitch is live now too. Just so you know.
Just a little double rich chocolate, you know.
What brand? It's important.
Muscle Tech, maybe.
I like Muscle Tech. Actually, is it the green one? Is it green and black?
That's Muscle Farm.
You're right.
I do their workouts.
Muscle Farms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have an Instagram. They post daily workouts.
Really?
Yeah.
I should actually follow them on Instagram then. Oh, did you see the shirt, by the way?
No.
Second. It's a little
Nice.
small.
What size did you get?
I got extra large. I'm saying the logo's a little small.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a little like once you wash and dry it, it fits fine. The large might fit a little bit tight on you though, but should be good.
I don't know, dude. I'm kind of small right now. All right.
I'm also
Are you ready?
barrel chested as fuck, so.
Huh?
So I'm barrel chested as fuck, so every shirt like is a little bit too tight around the chest. It's annoying.
Let me turn this down just a little bit. Hear my echo. Make sure to turn your gain down on your microphone, please.
Alrighty.
Okay. It was better last time.
Yeah, I haven't moved it. Alrighty.
Okay.
Alright, ready to record?
Yep.
Alright. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yo, what up? This is We Don't Know What We're Talking About. This is the show with real news, bullshit opinions. It is a collection of unneeded thoughts and opinions. I am Brian Davis, a.k.a. Mr. Bad, here with my host, as always, Jacob Wolf, a.k.a. The Wolfman.
What's going on, guys?
And once again, he doesn't know how to say hello enthusiastically. We're not even recording late. There's literally no reason why
what's going on, guys? I just said, what's going on?
He cannot act like he wants to be here. I mean, it's 6 p.m. We're not recording late. You're not that tired. I know you're not.
You don't know nothing. You're Jon Snow with this group.
Anyway.
Shit.
Oh my God, Game of Thrones comes on so soon. But anyway, I digress. we got like 8 or 9 topics today, ranging all categories of entertainment. We've been giving you some short shows, but I feel like we're gonna be here a little. I don't know what the fuck, Jake. For the audio listeners, Jacob is doing something weird with his arms and doing this chicken flapping thing. I don't really know. But anyway, we're gonna
show.
We are gonna be here for a while today, so strap in. But first, Jacob, please let everybody know where they can find us at.
All right, so as you all know by now, the best way to find anything on Battlefield Entertainment is to go to battlefieldentertainment.com, our official website with the Instagram, Twitter, videos for the YouTube, everything's on there. We have a couple articles that you can get to from there on our WordPress as well, links to it and everything. I'm actually planning on writing on for the WordPress this weekend. I'm going to write on there. I'm going to get a couple videos done this weekend. But if you don't want to go to the website, you can also just go to Instagram, BadWolfENT. You can also go to our Twitter at BadWolfCrew. And if you want to watch the show live, you can always reach us at www.twitch.tv/BromoSapien. And as always, if you want to write into the show, have your voice be heard, ask questions, ask us what the fuck we think we're doing, write in at badwolfentertainment910@gmail.com.
Jacob,
Yes.
I have been I've been catching up on some shows lately. And by shows, really just one show, because I really can't occupy 2 shows at a time. I don't have the time.
I understand that completely.
I'm watching Atlanta right now, Atlanta season 2. I don't know why I didn't watch it when it was out. I guess I was just busy with stuff. But let me just say, this show is so simplistically perfect. Have you ever watched Atlanta?
I have not watched Atlanta.
It is so great. And I mean, we all know how I feel about Donald Glover as a rapper. I don't
Yeah.
really like him as a rapper, but I have always said I do like him as an actor, a writer, a comedian, all that,
Yeah,
all
as an
that fuck
all-around
shit.
performer.
So yeah, I mean, if you haven't watched Atlanta, go watch it. It's fucking funny. It makes you think. It's so simple, but so complex all at the same time. It's dope.
What do you watch it
And
on, by the way? You mind me asking?
huh?
What is it? What do you watch Atlanta on?
It's on Hulu.
Oh, is it?
You could definitely watch it on Hulu.
Shit.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm running out of excuses now. So.
I'm not saying that I use Jacob Wolf's Hulu account, but I just know that that's where I watch it. So
I'm not saying that if Jacob were to go to his Hulu, it would be recently watched.
but but all I'm saying is if you were to go on your Hulu, it's not going to be hard to find.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. And then of course I've been playing Kingdom Hearts. You know, that's not going to stop until I beat it. I just wish I could beat it already, but I just don't have the time. If I had the time, I would have beat it.
How much further do you have on that game?
I'm about 14 hours in, and they say it's about 34 to 36 hours to properly, like, not necessarily to complete everything, but to, like, get what you're supposed to get out of it. They say, like, 34 to 36 hours, so.
Have you done, like, the Frozen level yet?
I'm not at Frozen. I just beat Monsters, Inc., so Frozen is the next one.
I thought Winnie the Pooh was in there or something like that too. Isn't it?
Winnie the Pooh's also always been kind of like a sub-world, which like doesn't really have anything to do with the game, but like it's like mini games and like you can unlock some shit. I've heard that you do not have to do the Winnie the Pooh world at all.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So, which I probably won't, unless there's a trophy involved, and I don't even fuck with trophies like that. But
yeah, so you're not really a trophy hunter. So
yeah, but I mean it's Kingdom Hearts, so I mean.
Yeah.
If I can get the platinum, I will. But I also haven't beat Red Dead yet, so I need to fucking get to beating Red Dead. So,
Jesus, yeah.
because
did you end up platining Horizon Zero Dawn? Because I know that was one you wanted to play.
No, I didn't. Because I didn't feel like walking around and collecting everything and finding everything.
When it got down to like trying to find
there was something else that was coming out around that time too. There was something else that came out.
Something came out right after it.
That I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. Jacob, what have you been watching? What have you been playing? What have you been doing?
I don't know.
Interesting. Well, Jacob's having a great week.
yeah. I've been lazy as fuck. I've been working out a lot. That's occupying a lot of my time. I actually finally painted the map on Total War Rome 2.
Jacob, nobody cares about that game, but
well, you asked, bitch. So you're getting the information now.
Nobody cares about that game.
So I painted the map finally as Rome on there. Pretty excited. Started playing Civ 6 a couple nights ago because Lindsay was sick.
There's another one. There's another one.
Lindsay's been occupying the TV for the most part lately. She's been watching a show called Younger. I've been kind of like following along a little bit with her.
AKA, you've been watching it and you just don't want to tell everybody that you've also been watching it.
It's about like this 40-year-old woman that's trying to act like she's 26. It's really weird, but it's kind of funny.
Huh.
Yeah, it's on Hulu as well. So if you go to quote unquote your Hulu, you may find that pretty easily too.
All I'm saying is when I go to Hulu, there's a tab that says Brian, and that's what I click on. So I don't know what to tell you after that. Really, ignorance is bliss, right? That's what they say.
I mean, like, I also have a tab that says Brian, but I just click on the one that says Jacob.
Yeah, so I don't. That's weird. That's weird. Weird how things work out. That is weird.
It's a group thing.
So
Brian's out there.
Let's fucking let's get into it. First things first. We're gonna give you a nice recap of me and Jacob's favorite sport now.
Jesus Christ. Yo,
the Alliance of American Football.
All in on the Alliance. Brian didn't believe in it, and now it's his favorite thing in the whole fucking world.
And now I'm in. Week 2 just happened. I'm gonna give you the scores. Salt Lake Stallions lose to the Birmingham Iron 12-9. It was bullshit. All right.
It was a good game though.
Now I understand that this is this is a second chance league. But the kicker for the Salt Lake Stallions gets no more chances. You're fired from football forever.
If you miss your chance in the AAF,
Two missed field goals, a fucked up field goal snap, and then don't even get me started on the asshole who fumbled on the punt return for a touchdown. Ugh. Let's move on. Stallions should have won. They lose.
Also, I misspoke earlier, by the way, Brian. Whenever I was talking about the team that I'm following closest, I said San Diego. But when I was texting you, it was really Arizona that I was saying.
That's what I thought. Yeah. I thought you were a Hot Shots fan.
Yeah. Because I saw them run that power option, and they had me since that point on.
Speaking of the Hot Shots, they win this week 2. They win 20-18 against the Memphis Express. Mm-hmm. Hot Shots probably the Western favorites right now.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say that they're probably the Western favorites, that's my opinion. There's no. Is there any really?
Yeah, there was an ESPN breakdown of the top 10, and Arizona was the number 1.
Okay, fuck that.
Top 10, but like there's only 10 teams. So
is there really like a top analyst for the AAF right now?
Yeah, his name is Brian Davis.
Thank you, Jacob Wolf. Fucking right. Yes, I am.
It's us. Okay, we are the only ones analyzing this league.
The Orlando Apollos, probably the Eastern Conference favorite, beat the Commanders in a fucking. You remember the Kansas City Chiefs, LA Rams game?
Yeah.
A Monday Night Football. You remember that game?
That's what this felt like.
That happened in the AAF on Sunday.
Crazy.
With Orlando and San Antonio. San Antonio, my wife has picked as her team. She likes the colors. She likes fall. She likes the fall colors.
I can't blame her. Those jerseys are hot.
So, they went back and forth. Looks like the Commanders are really going to fuck them in the ass and just end it. But somehow the Apollos came back. Shout out to the Apollos. They have Jalen Ramsey on their team. He went to Ohio State. Pretty sure he's the leading receiver in the AAF.
I think so.
But
he also has a passing touchdown, doesn't he?
Also has a passing touchdown. Yes. Moving on. Last and final game.
Leading in passing.
He may be the best quarterback in the league, dude. That's right. And then last game, San Diego Fleet defeats the Atlanta Legends 24-12.
And that was a pretty good game too. San Diego had to come from behind.
Another week of exciting football. If you haven't checked out the Alliance yet, please check it out. I'm going to give you some statistics through 2 weeks of the league. 2 weeks. We are 20% through with the league, Jacob, the first year. So here's some stats for you. Now, obviously they don't have very good people working at the AAF website or their statistics branch because they don't really break it down too much. So I'm just going to give you what I got.
It's because ESPN is not covering this.
Yeah, so
if I'm just going to give you covering this, it'd be a wrap.
So Garrett Gilbert, quarterback for the Apollos, leading in passing yards, 620 yards. Zach Stacy of the Memphis Express, leading in rushing yards, also tied with Jaquan Gardner of the San Diego Fleet, both at 159 yards. Charles Johnson for the Orlando Apollos, leading in receiving yards, 252 yards. We thought it was Jalen Marshall. We were wrong.
It happens.
But, I mean, we're never really right on anything. So.
Yeah, that's true.
DeMarcus Gates from the Memphis Express, leading in tackles, 16 tackles. Carter Schultz of the Salt Lake Stallions. I don't know if you've seen this kid, but he is a monster. Mm-hmm. He is leading the league in sacks with 3. And leading the league in interceptions is Terrence Garvin of the Orlando Apollos with 2.
Nice.
And those are your stats so far, week 2 of the AAF.
And a little fun fact, I don't know if you saw this morning, but the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes just bought the league basically for $250 million.
Yes, he just contributed $250 million. He felt like he feels strongly in what the league could be.
He's an entrepreneur of sorts.
So that's dope.
He likes to buy teams. He just for comparison's sake, he's now the chief contributor to the AAF with $250 million. He owns 51% of the Carolina Hurricanes, and it cost him $400 million.
Interesting.
Just just to put that little tidbit out there.
Kind of interesting that he's not gonna own, like he doesn't have ownership in the league. He's just like, yo, here's 250 mil.
Well, not, they named him the chairman now.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't see
named him
that part.
chairman off that donation. So he's a big fan of entrepreneurship. The league did come out and say that they were kind of hurting for money after the first 2 weeks.
Interesting.
And
Well, I mean, they're not really making much money off tickets, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the stands aren't full. They're
Yeah.
never full. But
Shit.
they
I
did
would
say
go.
that there was never any doubt that players weren't going to get paid for the entire season. Called like that money was added into the fact that they were running low. I think the issue that they were having was more based on marketing and promotions. There's been a lot of commercials, a lot of advertisements for it, and I think they might have expected to get a little bit more merchandise sales on it so far. Definitely more ticket sales because you can see the stadiums are pretty barren during these games. But I think as this continues and as it warms up, when the weather gets nicer, we're gonna see more people at these games.
Jay, let me ask you, $250,000 a year, you could live pretty comfortably, right?
I would live like a god.
Okay. I'm just
$1,000 a year.
saying.
Shit. I'd pay off all my loans, and I just live comfortably as fuck.
Because that is the check that everybody. I mean, obviously they're not going to get checked for $250,000, but that is what everybody in the AAF earns. They have a contract for $250,000. Now you get bonuses based on.
Really? Like it's a flat rate across the board for all players?
Yeah, and then like you get bonus incentives like based on how you perform.
I really like.
I mean,
that.
write in, tell me if I'm wrong, but that's how I've read it. That's everything that I've seen. That's how
I hope that's how it is because I think that's pretty cool. That way, no one player feels like he's more important than any other player.
Exactly.
I hope
then a player like Russell Westbrook can't destroy an entire team because now all of a sudden he wants to make more money than everybody.
Exactly, and now every team can get the same amount of money based on because you're only allowed to have so many players on a team. Still, I'm assuming. So that way, there's no disparity between players. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You can't decide to go somewhere else just based on money.
Exactly. Speaking of disparity between players, NFL probably wrote a fat ass check to Colin Kaepernick over the week.
Yes.
And Eric Reed. They NFL Colin Kaepernick. They fucking resolved their collusion case. They settled behind closed doors. If you read some fucking article that Cap got 60 million or 80 million or whatever, just fucking throw that article out the window. Nobody fucking knows how much he got. There was a non-disclosure agreement. Nobody knows. All right, so don't let.
Stephen A. was trying to get Cap to say the amount, but if you go against an NDA, then like you lose the money kind of thing. So
I guarantee though, there was a clause in there that says you can never play in the NFL again.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine the NFL will be like welcoming him back.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way. Now, Eric Reed, also in the case, he was also broke off a check, but he does still play in the NFL. So,
now, do you think
he probably? Oof.
Do you think
his NBA?
Do you think he got his 20 mil though that he was asking for the AAF?
Who, Cap?
Yeah. After hearing that news about the salaries,
obviously they can't afford to give him $20 million.
What's that?
They can't afford to give him $20 million.
Well, now they can't. Now they got that $250.
That $250 million is going to be. It's going to be used up so fucking quick. Yeah. So.
But no, that's crazy to think that he actually was wanting like 1,000% more than anybody in the league was making.
I mean, we said it. I mean, he would have been. He would have been the Tom Brady of the AAF. He would have been that guy. People would have watched.
Brady and the Vic at the same
time.
Fucking
the ratings would skyrocket just to watch him play alone. That's it.
Now, what would you do, like, if they paid him $20 million and he did not go out there and just fucking kill it though?
You got to cut him,
like immediately.
Nah, that's why you can't give him $20 million. You got to give him. Yeah, but like, you're not going to give anybody 20. Nobody.
No one in that league.
Guys in the NFL are making $20 million.
Yeah.
Some guys in the NFL are making $20 million. You know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here.
No one in that league is ever going to be worth that much money.
Now, maybe does he deserve $350,000 just off the buzz alone that he's bringing? Probably.
Well, that would be a thing. You could put in his contract. You get your $250 plus another $100 if you bring in this many views.
But honestly, man, I don't think Cap's trying to play football no more.
I
Like,
doubt
I
it.
know he's like giving off
Yeah.
the illusion that he's still in shape. Like, he would go to a tryout, but like,
I think that was more to
you're
help his
so much
case with the
bigger.
NFL, though. Honestly,
He's so much bigger than football at this point.
yeah. I think, honest to God, I think the only reason he was trying to make sure he looked like he was in football shape was to help his legal case against the NFL, saying, "Look, I'm still prime athlete, and they still won't sign me." I think that's where that comes from.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help that he has a fucking big ass Black Panther afro on the Nike campaign
Yeah.
hat. But
Yeah.
I mean, I respect it. I've been with Cap the whole time, but
Nike making money on both sides on that
yeah,
one.
so
Selling the
smart.
cap, selling the jerseys, selling it all. Fucking Nike.
Well, I'm
That's
glad,
great.
man. I'm glad this shit's over with. Like, I'm glad we can just it's over. Like, we can just stop fucking talking about it. Look,
Oh yeah.
they settled behind closed doors. You know what that means? That means the NFL was doing some fuck shit.
Oh, and the
All right.
NFL knows it. I mean,
Yeah. All right.
I mean, like, come on. It's Jerry Jones all but said no one's gonna hire this guy because of what he did.
Exactly.
So I mean, what the fuck do you expect?
Yep.
Oh no, there's nothing going on. That's like if Mueller came out and said, "Yeah, there was no collusion." Fuck out of here! You arrested everybody else.
Trump. Oh, Trumpy. Is he done throwing a sissy fit yet?
I don't know, man.
Is the wall up yet? Is the chain link fence up yet?
Not yet. Not yet. Those slats are coming though. Slats are coming. There will be slats.
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 It's gonna be like one of those finches you see in somebody's backyard, just some fuck shit.
Yeah. I will say, if they built
with the pointy fucking
if they built a picket fence on the border, that'd be pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. They have to like
I've heard it's
sod
gonna be a
the
chain link.
entire like all of southern New Mexico.
I've heard it's been downgraded to a chain link fence.
Oh, parts of it were always gonna be a chain link fence.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you can't.
I know the bare minimum of anything.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think it's like it's too much space to cover to build the Great Wall of America on. I mean, just the environmental impact of building that much of a wall. Anyway, let's not get into this. That's not what
before we
this is
move
about.
on from this wall business, let me ask
Oh,
you: Are we going to build all the way down to the seafloor, like to the bottom of the ocean, and protect our water borders as well, or what's going to happen with the water borders?
Well, Brian,
Because
stop at the
Jake, I don't
water
know,
borders. Are you gonna build up?
Dude,
to
I don't
the
know if
air
you know
borders?
this, Jacob. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this, Jacob. But we are surrounded by two different oceans.
Actually,
You know-
three
did you know
different
that?
bodies of water. Actually, if you consider the Gulf of Mexico.
So we're fucked from all water aspects, right?
I'm honestly, God, the only aliens I'm concerned from ain't coming from Earth, baby.
So
Dome it off.
we're not protecting the. I just need you to know now. We're not protecting the water borders.
Nah, I don't even like that water border.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
We'll
That's all I
concede
needed.
that. We'll concede that.
We'll concede the water to Mexico.
That's
No, we won't even concede water to Flint. You think we're gonna give it to Mexico?
Yo, it took a lot to get Flynn back in shape, man.
Flint's not in shape. They're still dying.
No, they can still drink. They can drink the water now. The
I don't
water
know
is not
about that.
drinkable there.
I
So
don't
there's
know.
that, you know.
Do you want to just knock out these other couple little football topics? Because I mean, the season's over.
So, we all saw last week where Joe Flacco is being traded to the Broncos.
Mediocre
Neither team is allowed
Flacco.
to say what for yet until
He got traded for some. He got traded for
picks,
some
basically.
mid-tier picks, some second-round
Like,
picks.
they're
I
not
think.
allowed to officially say what happened, but the rumor is that it's like
He got traded for a
middle
six-piece, and 3.5 of the pieces were bitten into already in a fucking half a pack of hot sauce. That's what Joe Flacco got traded for.
dry ass biscuit.
Baltimore pretty much said, "Look, you suck. Hey, you see that young black kid over there? He's gonna play quarterback now. So you get the
Baltimore
fuck
made
out of
like
here."
a bandit on this deal. Getting
So-
anything for Flacco is making out golden on this deal. What the fuck was Denver thinking? Like honestly,
I don't know, man. Maybe they think they got another Peyton on their hands. They're gonna get another one, another old guy. They're gonna put him in the system, and they're gonna win him. But let me tell you something right now, Jacob.
they're not.
Joe Flacco is not Peyton Manning.
Not even close.
So
Not even a little bit. Like,
he was mediocre in Baltimore. He won a Super Bowl because Ray Lewis, the alleged murderer, won him one. And
by turning the
then
lights out, yes. Well done.
and then he was mediocre. the rest of the time. He's always been mediocre.
Because he
He's going to be
demanded too much,
mediocre.
or I don't know if he demanded the money, but they gave him too much fucking money.
Now he's not even going to be able to breathe in Denver, let alone throw a football.
Yeah, as tall as that motherfucker is, it's already a mile high.
Yeah. So we both agree. I don't even want to talk about it. Some motherfucker's going to be mediocre, right?
For the record, I'm a Steelers fan. Brian's a Bengals fan. We hate the Ravens with a passion, but he is.
And that should have been Troy Smith's job.
Mediocre as fuck, though, regardless of our alliances. Like, Flacco's a piece of shit. Fuck that guy.
Jacob I don't really hate him like that.
Yeah,
like I think
I hate on Flacco.
Jacob like really hates him.
I really do not like Flacco one bit.
So
fuck that guy.
But speaking of the Pittsburgh Steelers, he's gone.
Yeah,
he's asked for a trade.
He met with Rooney, and
both decided that
it's best that he leaves. Basically,
it's best.
Yeah. So we've lost Bell, and we've lost Brown officially.
You still have the Raper at quarterback.
I love how the Raper instead of rapist, by the way.
He's a raper.
he rapes. Jesus.
He rapes more than he saves.
Good Lord.
What's that Chappelle? He saves more than he rapes. That's what it is.
Jesus Christ. Well, no, we got Juju. We got Juju Smith-Schuster.
Okay, you got a B tier wide receiver.
Yes, we got that for us.
I was expecting like some sort of argument.
I mean, the kid's good, but like he needs to have an all-star gathering the attention in order to get him open.
You have a running back who had a good year solely based off the fact that nobody said he could have a good year, so he had to prove it to people.
He had a good year he did just have cancer, so.
I mean, we don't have to talk about that.
That's pretty cool.
We don't have to talk about that.
I mean, yeah. Then we might get our formerly paralyzed middle linebacker back.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yo, the Steelers are falling apart.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying is that coach has got to go. Tomlin's got to go.
What I will say, though, based on the season that we just had, if you look at where we lost those games, Pittsburgh should have been 14-2. They lost so many games by giving up fourth quarter leads, just falling apart in the fourth quarter.
Let me tell you what. Pittsburgh went from Super Bowl favorites to nothing as soon as Bell decided, I'm not re-signing.
Yeah. It's like the moment he decided not to re-sign at all, we lost 4 games in a row.
So
the AFC West came in and smacked us around like it was fun.
And how many players have to go there and say that Ben Roethlisberger is a piece of shit before the organization realizes?
I could have told you that. He's from University of Miami, Ohio.
Yeah. There's a Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Bet you guys didn't know that.
Red Hawks.
I've been there. Let's move on from football. I'm over it.
Yeah, it's over.
I love football, but I'm over talking about it. Let's see. Jacob's got a list here. In-game leak? What are you talking about this? I didn't see no leaks from Avengers Endgame. I did see a potential leak. Well, I'll talk about now.
It's like not like a real leak. Like it's something like it's minor.
Drip.
So yeah, exactly. It's a drip.
It's like a slow drip.
But so you know how Legos have a bad habit of releasing toys that give away parts of movies and games.
Yes, they do it all the time.
They do it constantly. So they just put out a new toy that has the Chitauri in it, in some scene that they're doing like a battle in for Endgame. So basically, it just says the Chitauri are coming back somehow, some way.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Thanos has endless fucking resources.
Yeah. Like I don't feel like it's a leak. It's like a Lego. Shut the fuck up. Like, come on, get your shit together.
Do you want to hear the possible leak that I saw today?
Is it like a serious?
IGN reported.
Is it like bad? Is it like big?
No, it's just said that Gwyneth Paltrow said that she's officially done. Like she's officially done.
Yeah.
Which to me means either they both die, or she dies saving him.
See, now I see it as she's just not going to show up in the future movies.
Nah, she's got to die. He's got to die or
She's
she's
gotta
got to die.
die.
No, I mean it's just it has to happen.
That's how it normally works. But I'm just saying I wouldn't be
One of them
surprised
has
if
to
they
die.
do more and like they just mention her. Like, oh yeah, someone's like Pepper's not here. You know?
I think she's gonna have her hand in rescuing him, and she's gonna die doing that. That's gonna give Tony Stark the power to fucking murder this asshole, tyrannical, fucking Barney head, and then blah 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 blah. Actually, the closer and closer we get to Avengers, I really don't think Cap or Iron Man's gonna die anymore. I don't know why I feel that way, but
So
I don't know. It just doesn't seem to make sense at this point.
so you know
Especially
how
with Tony Stark being so ingrained in the Spider-Man movies too.
yeah I feel like Tony Stark's gonna be like the grandpa role now. Like he's gonna be the Nick Fury.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I
and
mean, Chris Evans has said like I'm done. Like he had like an Instagram post about it or some fuck
yeah,
shit.
he did
And
that
he's
whole
like,
big
I am
post
done.
about it. But the thing is though, like when everyone said, "Oh, he's gonna die," like they came out and said like it doesn't mean he's gonna die. Just watch the movie and
God,
understand where that's coming from. Like
I
apparently
just
it's like a him going away probably kind of thing.
it just doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like to. I don't like to. I don't like to speculate, have too much opinion or anything like that when it comes to release stuff with any sort of media. That's my rule.
Yeah, we
But
don't get too deep into the woods just because we want to watch it.
I like to
You know what I mean?
be. I like to come in with a clear mind and enjoy what is given to me.
Exactly. Because I mean, like,
Feed
if you
me.
already know what's gonna happen, like, you can't enjoy it as much either. Like,
Exactly.
that's me personally.
Um, Crackdown sucks.
Dude,
Shocker.
so every single review of Crackdown says
It's
it's a
5.5
360
on
game.
IGN.
What?
I think 5.5 on IGN.
The single player is yes. The multiplayer got like a 4.
Dude, I mean, we don't even have to talk about it. It was on the
Yeah.
list. I thought I'd
It,
throw it out there. The
no,
game
I thought it
sucked.
was. I just thought it was funny because this was something that Microsoft has been working on for way too long,
Yes.
and it came out like a 360 game.
And you get it for free if you have Xbox Game Pass anyway.
Yeah, and then it turns out
Give
that
out a You're giving a AAA game out for free?
yep,
Come on.
that's like is the next Gears of War going to be pretty shitty too?
Probably.
Like and
They
that's
got
where
Xbox has got to kill all those fucking old ass franchises and start over.
oh yeah they got to with the next one with the next Xbox they have got to
I guarantee you we're gonna get a new Halo, and it's like why?
yeah because we're getting Halo Infinite now, which is when you change it from numbers to infinite or something like that, it's basically them saying okay it's now games as a service. That's what I'm getting from it. But my big takeaway though from Crackdown is they spent all this time on a game that nobody seems to like, and the one game that everyone was super excited about for Xbox One, Scalebound, which they canceled, is coming back, and it's going to be a Nintendo Switch exclusive, according to the recent rumors. So this is just like a double whammy fucking week for Microsoft. Their game that they really need to underperformed fucking phenomenally. And the game that was putting Xbox One on the map, by graphics and ideas and like original beautiful IP, is now going to Nintendo, who's been beating their ass left and right on sales. So, I mean, I just don't see if this trend continues for Xbox. I don't see them keeping up after this next generation.
So do you think Xbox is putting their their services on Switch because they're failing that badly?
Well, no, this
Do you
isn't
think
them
that they
giving
need
this isn't
Switch?
them giving Scalebound to Switch. This is the team that was making Scalebound decided to go make it as a Switch exclusive.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just asking a separate question because
Okay.
because Xbox Game Pass, is in development for the Switch to be able to be used on the Switch. What I'm saying now that I've just said that, I jumped ahead of myself. But now that I've
Okay.
said that, do you think that Microsoft needs Nintendo?
Yes.
And that is why they are
Um,
putting Xbox. I mean, we don't know if it's
it
even going to be
feels
Xbox
like
Game Pass. They haven't said anything about it. They just said there's going to be something integral for the Switch for the Xbox.
well, I know that in order to play crossplay from Switch with Switch and Xbox, you have to have an Xbox account. So if you are playing solely on the Switch and you are doing crossplay on Minecraft or whatever with someone playing on an Xbox, you have to create a Microsoft account from your Switch in order to play. So it's probably just one of those kind of like we're gonna make it easier for people on the Switch to do it, and those people will also get free Games Pass if they decide to, you know, play on Xbox at some point. But
Dude, Microsoft sucks.
honestly, it's coming across as like
It
it's like
makes me laugh because these fucking fanboys will swear up and down.
it's. I will say it's the One X definitely looks better than anything. But what the fuck you playing on
So,
it?
so what I think is happening is what a lot of the internet is also think is happening is that Xbox Scarlet, this thing that's in development,
Mm-hmm.
is going to be a streaming service.
Yeah,
And you're going to be able to play it on your computer, your fucking Switch, anything like that. It's going to be like Netflix, but fucking Xbox.
and that's what
Really.
makes the most sense. Honestly, is
Because they can't sell hardware. They
it's just not
cannot sell
working.
hardware.
Well, now the original rumor was that there was going to be two versions of it. One that's just the streaming box, and one that's a full blown console.
Console, yes.
And it sounds like they're probably going to put more resources now into just the streaming portion of it.
Why make a box? Why?
Exactly.
Why?
Instead,
I
what they
mean, you
can
can
do
say that
is
for
run
you
everything
can say
through
that
their
for
own
PlayStation.
servers. Just run
You can say
everything
it for
through their own
PlayStation
servers.
too. But I'm saying you could also say the same thing. Stop making these fucking boxes.
You
They
can,
are loud.
but
They're loud. They break.
mhm.
Everybody buys their games digitally anyway. You
For the most
don't
part,
need,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I said for the most part, yeah.
You don't need these big ass fucking boxes.
I mean, I personally like to have the physical stuff just because me and you are the same way in the sense that like we like to have if we purchase something we want to have it.
Yeah.
But I mean that concept's going out the door more and more every day.
So I mean, you've seen a PlayStation TV, right?
Yeah.
You've seen like the size of a PlayStation TV or the size of an Apple TV or something like that. Give us that.
I mean, I have a Fire Stick for Christ's sake, just a little stick that plugs in the back of my TV.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be big
You know
enough to have some processor. I mean, it's got to be, up to date.
Fuck
It's got to
no,
work.
Nano.
But I'm
Smaller
saying,
the better.
give us that. I love physical games. I love them. I do not buy digital games except for my Switch because I can just carry my Switch around. I don't need to carry
Yeah.
fucking cartridges around.
But it's going out of style.
Exactly. So
It's just not a thing anymore.
if you're if you're gonna give us a fucking, it doesn't make any sense to me to give us a big box just for streaming. You should just be able to make a little box
Mhm.
for streaming.
Well, if it's
Now,
streaming, then it means it's running it off a server somewhere that's putting out the hardcore fucking, graphics and shit like that for it. You know
I
what
think
mean?
it's so difficult for a Microsoft, a Nintendo, a Sony to say we're going to be 100% streaming because there's no collectability in it. They make so much money off collectability. People want to buy the boxes for the games. They want to buy these consoles for collectability.
But
They want to buy all the different controllers they can. You know what I'm
they can
saying?
do, though, is I mean, obviously you can still buy new controllers, but they can start doing Nintendo's route with the amiibo style shit.
Nobody likes those.
No, they came back in the style
Children love them.
hardcore.
Children like them.
Yo, look it up, man. People
Hardcore
fucking love
gamers-
amiibos.
Hardcore Bloodborne fucking players are not buying amiibos, Jacob.
Well, maybe not Bloodborne, but like people that love fucking Mario who are hardcore about that shit.
But I'm talking
People who
about
are hardcore
PlayStation,
Smash.
Xbox.
Hey,
So
I'll
okay,
say-
but you're still talking about Nintendo, which is
Yeah.
a primarily children's console. I mean, we all love our
That's
Switch,
true.
but let's be honest, that is a children's console.
But, I mean,
I'm
look
talking
at-
about a PS4, Xbox. Like,
But look at collector's editions. What it's basically a giant fucking amiibo and a map or a book with pictures in it.
wait, look at what?
Collector's editions. Whenever you buy a collector's edition of something, and it comes with a little physical something, it's just a little statue, and people fucking love that shit. So you can still just buy that separately. You can buy, hell, you can put out more of them that way.
I guess you could, but I mean, and put the digital code in with it.
Make that the amiibo part. You just touch it.
No, that's so stupid. The Toys to Life thing is so fucking stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been a big fan, but people do love amiibos, and people love their stupid little statues.
Children love amiibos.
Children are people too, Brian.
I'm talking about hardcore, immature
Talking
gamers.
about adults.
Yes, like, I don't know.
If you don't have a job in order to pay for that $60 video game. Now that's another thing though too. If they go all streaming, are we going to expect? Is this like the one way they managed to keep prices at $60 without having to create
If
physical
we have to
discs?
stream everything should be cheaper, should it not be?
No, I mean the development of these games, it needs to be better graphically if it's going to be a step up. It needs to have more content if it's going to be a step up. So the production is going to be more expensive, which is
I
going to
mean,
make
what's
the
the
game more
step
expensive.
up? What's the step
The
up
step up is
besides
going to be
that?
more about like the way I see it is going to be more like in the way that Red Dead was doing things where your actions affect things later in the game in a subtle way. Like it's just a living world, or like Mass Effect where all your decisions mean something. Every game is going to have some form of higher AI to it almost than we
Like
have.
become human.
Was that
Like become human.
exactly all about AI? But
Oh,
basically,
man.
all these new games are going to have to be either native 4K, beautiful out the ass, or it's going to have to be something where the story is so good, like it's choose your own story slash, everything is based off what you do. No two experiences can ever be the same. You know what I mean? In order to do a AAA game from here on out, I think that's what it's going to have to be. Obviously, there's always going to be like the little indie games where it's just a fun time. That's great. But in order to do the big blockbuster games that sell consoles, it's going to have to be extensive programming, and that's going to be extremely expensive. And now, if you cut out physical copies, storage of physical copies, shipping of physical copies, you're cutting some prices out, and maybe that's what allows them to keep that price level at $60. Because you know as well as I do, gamers are pretty fucking spoiled about price when it comes to money. Like that's why companies are putting out more and more microtransactions because they have to make up that cost somewhere, and people hate it, but you don't realize just how important it is. I mean, obviously, it's bullshit when 2K makes microtransactions the only way that you can have a player above a 75, or
True.
or in Battlefront, the only way you can ever play as Darth Vader is to spend $100 in microtransactions. But I mean, Fortnite's proven that you can put a game out there for free and control the fucking world off microtransactions. So it's just going to be a matter of developers learning how to use these microtransactions in order to boost their income if they want to be able to sell games as well. Because no one's going to be okay with an $80 base game price tag anymore. It's just people just aren't going to be okay with that. Even though that's probably what it should be.
I'm not paying $80 for no game.
Exactly. I mean, like, I got bills. Like, I hate to say it, but I mean, I can't afford to continue this hobby that I love if every game is an entire fucking paycheck. You know what I mean?
So for like the next wave of consoles, like what do you think's the best way to go? Should we get a traditional console or should we get just streaming boxes?
I honestly think there should be a mixture of the two. Like a box that doesn't have a disk drive in it, but you download shit to it and it runs it through that box. This is basically a PC. Basically, just the same way a PC works, where you just download shit onto it. No one has a disk drive in their fucking PCs anymore. It's pointless. You just go on Steam, you choose what you want, you download it, and you play it through your computer. But that's one way to cut cost on consoles is by removing the disk drive too, and it saves space too, which allows you to put more storage space in there too. The only thing I will say is a lot of people like to use it for DVDs and shit, but also no one uses DVDs anymore. I mean,
No.
the last 6-7 movies I bought were all just through Amazon or Google.
Mm-hmm.
They're just saved under my name. Like anyone that logs into my Google account can watch my movies.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would want a traditional box. I just don't think we're there yet to go full streaming. But I mean, I could have a physical bias because I like physical
Oh yeah, and also, I mean, it will hurt Middle America hard. Like if you live in an area that doesn't have high speed internet, you're kind of fucked if you go
Yeah.
full streaming. Which is why I
Hmm.
think the download idea is the best way to go, just to ease into it. Because if you're trying to stream a trip, like if you're trying to stream Horizon Zero Dawn on a 4K box on a fucking DSL
See, that's my problem with
connection,
the streaming boxes too. It's like my internet blows, so I'm not gonna be able to just fucking stream these games at all times.
yeah,
Like,
you barely get the goddamn podcast up.
so there's just no fucking way. That's why.
But like I have fiber optic, and streaming anything is a fucking breeze for me.
Yeah.
So it's like, while I'd be okay personally with a streaming box, I would never get to play games with you anymore. I would get fucking frustrated and wouldn't want to play with you because you would never be able to keep up. I wouldn't be able to hear you talk because your entire bandwidth would be going towards trying to make one fucking pixel load.
Yeah. Yeah, it's whack. That's whack. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I mean that's where I lie on it.
and then we got PlayStation who doesn't want to play with anybody, so that's always great.
Yeah, because they're winning. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
that's how Xbox was last generation too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, let's just hope that PlayStation learns from their mistakes when they went to the PlayStation 3 and they don't try to make the PS5 like $700 fucking dollars.
Nah. They learned they've definitely learned throughout the years. So this coming up weekend, for me personally, Hot Shots and Stallions play. I'm gonna be watching that
Ooh,
for sure.
is it on Saturday or Sunday?
I think it's on Saturday.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to beat Kingdom Hearts this week.
Yep.
That's my goals for the week. I'm gonna try to beat Kingdom Hearts so I can come here and give you guys my final takes on what I think about it. I have some thoughts now, but I don't really want to say too much.
Yeah.
I will say the Instagram feature on the load screens really throws me off, and I don't like it.
Instagram feature.
Yeah, you'd have to play it to understand what I'm talking about, but I really don't like it.
Well, apparently there's an Instagram. So, do it for the gram.
And then besides that, nothing. I'm always creating. I'm always thinking. So
So
I'm trying to get
you gonna be
stuff off the
starting
ground.
that? You gonna be starting that Twitch soon?
I'm waiting to get my new webcam in.
Okay, that's probably a good idea.
So
For me, as I already let you know, I got through the junior year on the Trio Twitch stream that I'm doing, and I'm going to be loading up some videos from that as well. Brian's character on there abandoned us,
no, I'm just better.
went pro, won the Heisman, went pro.
Yeah, I'm just better.
Decided that he doesn't want to come back to school anymore. So now with the streams, it's going to have to be.
30 million signing bonus.
I'm going to have to find a team to put him on. Got to find a team that needs a running back in the top 6 or so of the draft, and slide him in there. So we might be doing concurrent NCAA and Madden streams. Excuse me, these coming weeks as we finish up that senior year. So anyone that watches that knows where I'm at. Most of y'all don't, so I highly suggest you guys check it out. It's a lot of fun. So I'll be on there tomorrow at 8 o'clock doing the NCAA portion of the Trio stream. Just me and Trevor now.
Word. So I think we're it. That's it for today. If you don't like anything we said, fuck you. Hit us up on our Twitters. Hit us up on our email. Disagree with us. Fucking argue with us. We'll argue with you if you want. But I don't think you want.
I probably won't argue much. Brian's the arguer. I'm
playing.
off. Yeah.
No, I'm playing. I will argue with you, but I'm playing. We appreciate the listens.
For
we
sure.
appreciate the support. Keep liking, keep sharing, all that jazz. Jacob, take us out.
Yeah. Also, Brian forgot to mention, if you feel like we deserved it, don't be afraid to go over to patreon.com/battlefilentertainment. Toss us a buck or two.
We didn't deserve it.
And also, we got some shirts now. So if you're on the
yeah,
you can see
I'm
wearing the Bad Wolf shirt. Brian will be getting his as soon as I see him next. There's 2 other shirts that are going out there to our 2 Patreon members, Jake and John. So shout out to those guys for supporting us from day one. Anyone that wants a shirt, also just email us and we'll figure it out. We'll get you one. So Appreciate everyone listening today. That will do it for us, guys. I'm Jacob Wolf. He's Brian Davis. Together we are Battle Wolf Entertainment. And just remember, you ain't got no shit. Turn your mouth. Peace.
Peace.
Stop. And all right. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the Twitch here.